Expressway, getting past Hard Heaven, and of course, you call it just sort of seriously, road construction through that area. I'm Greg White, and it's the Bullet 211 on 1010 Wing.
Come on now, to the ball game. The 74th annual Artist and Writers Charity Softball Game is canceled for Saturday, August 20th at 2:20 p.m. There will be t-shirts, raffles, and gift cards on the bases. A great day for family fun.
Not a bad day today, right? Otherwise, but as we've been warning, Thursday's going to feel like somebody turned on a blow dryer and your hair is needing water. Crazy heat expected to return tomorrow, so before we get to our top story today, let's check in with the Weather Center and meteorologist Brian Top swimming for the details. That's me, Brian.
Good morning, afternoon, Larry. Let's get not too bad today. It is a warm afternoon, temperatures well into the 80s, but the humidity is quite a bit lower than it was yesterday. But it is going to turn a little more sticky as we head into tonight, and then tomorrow is going to be certainly a hot day. Heat advisory goes into effect at 11 a.m. tomorrow. It's going to be certainly the hottest day of the week. High temperatures will be mostly in the mid to upper 90s. I said that the real clear temperatures will go into the triple digits into the afternoon as the humidity continues to rise. Friday is still going to be hot and humid, maybe not quite as hot as tomorrow, but high still up near 90. Don't think I'm settled though as we head toward the weekend with an increase in chance of some thunderstorms. Thanks, Brian, to our top story now. And we begin with that horrible contact up in India. We've been hearing about 2 people dead, several others hurt after a 2-car collision around 4 this morning. Police say the police didn't involve anybody inside the car, but a pair of men who just happened to be walking down the street. 1010 Wins newsman Glenn Schuck with the nightmare details now leading the broadcast this afternoon.
Melissa Gomez tells me your 30-year-old cousin, Joel, and his friend, a barber, in fact, had just cut his hair when the two were walking here on Sherman Avenue, and then speeding BMW coming down the street, hitting cars and striking a group on the sidewalk. Her cousin and friend, both just around 30 years old, were killed.
It was such a caring, sweet person. He loved his daughter, and that was his heart. He was not married. He just had a child. She's about to turn 2 years old.
This horrific scene, there are at least 5 others hurt, 3 critically, as the NYPD investigation continues as to what charges will be filed here. Glenn Schuck, 1010 Wins in Inwood.
That's heartbreaking. A 2-year-old without a dad now. And all of this, a little more than a day, mind you, after those 24-hour speed cameras went into effect. Meantime, the NYPD wants to know who's going around shooting people with a BB gun. Cops say within the last 24 hours, multiple people have been injured. The NYPD investigating 2 separate incidents, including injuries to a pair of young girls. An 11-year-old taken to the hospital after she and her family were shot with BB guns. This is out on Southern Boulevard and Alder Street about 1 in the morning. Family was getting out of their car when the girl was struck in the knee with a BB pellet. Mom was struck in the back. Dad also took a BB shot. An older girl was struck in the hand. Police are now looking for 4 males seen peeling away from the scene in a dark-colored sedan. Another incident happened Tuesday evening when a nice 9-year-old girl was grazed while sitting on a bench with her grandmother on Powell Street. Who in the world does this? So far, no suspects. Recently, Fordham put out a message to students about several pellet gun attacks in the Belmont section of the Bronx. Some students reported getting shot from passing cars. A follow-up now on the woman found shot to death inside a luxury apartment in Mineola. Juliet Pappas says cops have caught a suspect who was familiar with the victim.
Co-workers called police when the very reliable Maribel Estevez didn't show up for work at an administrative office right in the Allure apartment building where she lived.
They found her deceased within her bedroom area. Maribel had been shot multiple times.
Detective Captain Stephen Fitzpatrick says Estevez had recently told friends and family that she was planning to break off with boyfriend Mark Small. Investigators reviewed extensive security cameras and fobs for the apartment complex.
We had him strapped onto a really tight timeline that he was the only one with means and opportunity to have done this.
Small got into an accident with a service car. When he tried to flee, he was hit by another vehicle and remains hospitalized. Juliet Papa, 1010 Wins in Mineola.
And then this, the building where the shooting happened, right across the street from the Nassau County Courthouse and the DA's office. The New York Board of Elections has sent out notices to about 17,000 voters telling them you're trying to vote in the wrong congressional or Senate district. This coming 3 weeks before the primaries, Vincent Ignizio, the deputy executive director of the board, says folks got confused because of 2 different versions of congressional and Senate maps in the wake of all this redistricting that's going on. I get confused even trying to say the word. So a lot of people got notices that pulled data from the wrong map, in other words. He says it didn't mess up anything too bad.
The byproduct of
the day and age where you have multiple redistricting processes in the same year while you're running an election at the same time with the same staff. So was it an error? Yes. Is it regretful? Yes. But no one was impacted in terms of their voting?
Yeah, he says nobody freak out. The 17,000 out of 2.3 million eligible voters will get their amendments well ahead of the August 23rd primary. He's telling all voters to check their registration online, which should list the correct electoral districts and polling sites. 10-10 wind AccuWeather, a heat advisory from 11 o'clock tomorrow morning to 8 p.m. Friday for heat and humidity. That'll take AccuWeather real field temperatures to around 105 degrees both afternoons. That's crazy. Otherwise, sunny, feeling hot this afternoon. Not as humid as yesterday with a high of 88. We're 87 right now, so one point away. That's good news. Now to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Went to Taiwan, did her thing, and she's wheels up and out of there. The visit heightened tensions with China, bristling ever since she touched down and threatening consequences. Pelosi seemed unbothered. Vicki Barker now with more.
Pelosi reassuring its lawmakers the U.S. wants Taiwan to have freedom with security, but repeating the U.S. government position against full independence for the island China claims as its own.
If you really believe in what the U.S. government is saying, then the government will conclude that the sun rises up in the west rather than in the east.
Pro-China commentator Victor Gao warning that any move towards full Taiwanese independence could bring a military response from Beijing.
Meantime, in response, Chinese military exercises, including live fire, are supposed to start tomorrow, in fact. The president of Taiwan says we're not backing down. Pelosi, the first House Speaker to visit Taiwan in 25 years. Coming up after the break, I've got a story that's sure to remind you of the time, fellows, when you tried to speed up lighting the charcoal grill with kerosene and ended up setting the lawn on fire, including the doghouse you would have ended up sleeping in. The big oops when the news continues on 1010 Wins. Wins News Time 209.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit beefy, or even with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Affordable term life insurance is out there. Call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-481-1458. 800-481-1458 or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too.
I got to tell you, I got a text the other day from somebody who says, Larry, I like the way you guys use music now to go into your commercial breaks. Only thing, it gives me an earworm that I'm singing when I go back from my lunch break, and the boss thinks I'm going on my lunch break at a nightclub somewhere. Not my fault, not my fault. Wednesday News Time 210, traffic and AccuWeather. Next.
If you were hurt at work, or if your job caused an injury or medical condition, you may be entitled to workers' compensation benefits, including medical coverage for your injury or illness and payment for lost wages. And if you worked before but can't anymore because of an injury or disability, job-related or not, you may be entitled to both money and medical insurance from the Social Security Administration. At the law offices of Samuel D. Flatt, located at 14717 Union Turnpike in Flushing, I represent the injured and disabled in workers' compensation and Social Security disability cases. I'm here to help. Call me at 718-544-2767. Again, that's 718-544-2767. The consultation is free and there's no fee unless your claim is successful. Remember, the insurance companies and the Social Security Administration employers working for them and against you. You should have someone on your side. Get the help you need. Call 718-544-2767. That's 718-544-2767. I'm here to help you.
Early morning shift, let's go. Time to go home. Wednesday Time 211 from the traffic center. Here's Greg Rice.
Now, northbound FDR Drive, you get out from Gracie, you got to mix the daylight and brake lights. There's a stall on the northbound FDR getting up towards East 96, all the way back towards the area of the UN. The FDR is crawling. Southbound isn't perfect either, coming down towards the 70s. Not sure if this is exiting over towards the Hospital for Special Surgery or what, but the southbound FDR is loaded right now from at least the 90s, right on down towards East 71st Street. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and the tunnels. That's bridges and tunnels, I should say. Citybound George, upper levels about 15, 20 on the lower. Northbound and west side jamming up from the 160s. That in the southbound Deaconville. Best you do getting out of town. Lincoln Tunnel, it's about 10 minutes in. Outbound no more than 10. Holland about 10 minutes either way. Queensbound to Whitestone is slow. Throgs Neck a bit better. RFK not awful either way. Citybound Midtown Tunnel. Brooklyn down Brooklyn Bridge all loaded up. Cross Island Parkway, however, parking lot. Getting up to UBS, ongoing construction slows you down from the Belt and Southern State merge and the eastbound Belt in Brooklyn loaded over to Erskine Street following an earlier wreck. I'm Greg Rice. Our next report at 2:21 on 1010 Wins.
Let your project be our passion. Visit one of our 20-plus showrooms in the tri-state area or visit windowrama.com.
And now, your 1010 Winds AccuWeather for the forecast. A hot one tomorrow, folks. Meteorologist Brian Thompson here now with this live report to tell us all about it, Brian.
Yeah, we're really going to be heating up tomorrow after what's been not too bad of a day today. It's certainly warm. Temperatures are in the upper 80s to near 90, but the humidity is lower than it was yesterday and lower than it's going to be tomorrow as well. So we've kind of got a nice day today, sandwiched in between a couple of hot days yesterday again for tomorrow. So we'll get up to about 88 this afternoon with a lot of sunshine, and then mainly clear for tonight. It's going to be warm and sticky, a low of 76, and a very hot and humid day tomorrow with a good deal of sunshine. 94 the high in the city, closer to 100 in parts of northeastern New Jersey. The beaches tomorrow will be in the mid to upper 80s, and very warm tomorrow night, only dropping to 78. Still hot and humid on Friday, more clouds and sunshine. There will be a thunderstorm or two. High Friday near 90. Not as hot Saturday, but still quite humid with some sun, and there will be the risk for a shower thunderstorm at times on Saturday with a high around 85 degrees. 87 right now, sunny in Midtown. We're heading up to 88. Now back to the meteorologist Brian Thompson on New York's weather station, 1010.
Oh, sorry, we're back? I'm sorry, I was working. Actually, coming up, I'm going to tell you about a job where you get paid for sleeping on the job. I was just practicing. We're back in a moment. It's time, 2:14.
Hey, Yankee fans, arrive early at Yankee Stadium on Sunday, August 21st for a once-in-a-lifetime celebration. The Yankees will retire Paul O'Neill's number 21 in a special pregame ceremony prior to the game between the Yankees and the Blue Jays. Don't miss out as number 21 is added to Yankee Stadium's legendary Monument Park. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. Honoring number 21 on August 21st. Buy your tickets now at Yankees.com/tickets.
Attention business owners with 3 or more employees that were impacted by COVID. You may be entitled to up to $26,000 per employee through the Employee Retention Tax Credit Program, even if you've already received government PPP or ERC benefits. Call for a free consultation. 800-888-8000. That's 800-888-8000 to see if you qualify for a cash payment. No recovery, no fee. Call 800-888-8000. 800-888-8000 or visit COVIDTaxMoney.com.
Wins News Time, 2:15. From the 1010 Wins Crazy What Ad section comes this. Now, mind you, we've done stories recently about people getting paid to eat candy, to taste pizza, and to sleep at Airbnbs around the country. Well, how about a gig working for Casper, where you get paid to do nothing but sleep? A friend said, Mullins, you already get paid to do that on 1010 Wins News. And see, family, that's why I need new friends. Anyway, the mattress maker looking to hire folks to test out its Casper sleepers. You must be willing to show off your sleeping skills in public, on social, and anywhere else people are looking. You can sleep in their stores or in unexpected settings out in the world. Somebody said, go to a Giants game next season. You can apply. To apply, you have to go online to @Casper on TikTok and post a video. Speaking of jobs, a disclaimer on this next one, friendly. I am only the messenger, so if any of the bosses are listening, don't blame me if your folks walk in asking for a raise for mental health. New study says continuously working for low wages can lead to significantly faster memory decline. In other words, when somebody works a low-paying gig for a long time, their brain ages faster than somebody making a pretty good bag. That came from researchers at Columbia who say previous studies have linked low-wage jobs to depression, obesity, hypertension. It says all of these conditions increase a person's risk of accelerated cognitive aging. And it further says, as I sip my Geritol, that minimum wage work takes a year off a brain's life. Seriously, the lead researcher says the findings suggest social policies that enhance the financial well-being of low-wage workers may be especially beneficial for cognitive health. A Utah man under arrest after being accused of setting a wildfire while trying to burn a spider with his lighter. Why does that sound like my dad burning down the whole garage trying to kill a fly with a blowtorch? 26-year-old Corey Allen Martin told deputies he saw a spider while he was out hiking in the foothills south of Salt Lake near Springville. He acknowledged that he accidentally started the fire, but no, he didn't say anything about the spider. Well, it came out. He was busted as they questioned him, but what also